Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. And now I would like to introduce the college administrators and guests seated on stage. Please stand as your name is announced and remain standing until all have been introduced. Dr. Francis Felser, Bryant and Stratton College President. Mrs. Doreen Justinger, Vice President of Online Education. Mr. Paul Barr, Director of Western New York Campuses and Campus Director, Southtowns. Dr. Marvel Ross Jones, Campus Director, Buffalo. Bishop Darius Pridgeon, Senior Servant, True Bethel Baptist Church, who will be delivering today's commencement address. Superintendent Thomas Hill Jr., Old Landmark New Covenant Church of God in Christ. Mr. Scott Traylor, Campus Director, Online Education. Dr. James Wesolowski, Dean of Instruction, Southtowns Campus. Dr. Adiam Tagai, Dean of Instruction, Buffalo Campus. Mr. Paul Martello, Associate Dean of Instruction, Buffalo Campus. Mrs. Christine Geiser, Dean of Student Services, Online Education. Mr. Don Lando, Associate Dean of Student Services, Online Education. Dr. Karen Chapman, Dean of Instruction, Online Education. Mrs. Jennifer Fendinger, Western New York Allied Health Program Director. Dr. Christy Perillo Okiki, Allied Health Instructor, Online Education, and Western New York. Mrs. Brandy McDonough, System Curriculum Manager. Ms. Megan Shearer, System Curriculum Manager. Ms. Cindy Klein, System Curriculum Manager. Dr. Christian Blum, Western New York Liberal Arts Program Administrator. Mrs. Laurel Berry, Western New York Business and Accounting Instructor. Mrs. Deborah Landowski, Western New York Liberal Arts Instructor. Mr. William Dunford, Western New York Criminal Justice Studies Instructor. Dr. Thomas Welch, Western New York Liberal Arts Instructor. And Mrs. Amy Lupiani, Western New York Criminal Justice Studies Instructor. Thank you. Please be seated. Also seated in the front rows are faculty and academic staff members from our 3 Western New York campuses and online education division. I'd like to ask this group to stand and be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. There is another group of individuals here today who deserves to be recognized. Our nation owes a great debt to its veterans whose service spans every decade and continues every day of our country's existence. Through untold courage and sacrifice, America's veterans have secured the liberty which the Founding Fathers sought to establish here in the New World. Whenever and wherever the nation has called, in times of darkness and danger, as well as in times of peace and prosperity, America's veterans have been there. Veterans have proudly carried the torch of liberty for all to see. Bryant and Stratton College would like to thank our active duty service members, veterans, spouses, and their families for our freedom. Will our graduates and audience members who have served our country in the past or who are doing so now, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. And finally, there is one more group here today who deserves to be recognized. Graduates, staff, administrators, and faculty, please stand and join me in applauding the families and friends who have supported our graduates in achieving their goals. Thank you. Everyone may once again be seated. I would now like to welcome Mrs. Doreen Justinger, who will introduce today's commencement speaker.
Today's commencement address will be delivered by Bishop Darius G. Pridgeon, Senior Servant of True Bethel Baptist Church and the Ellicott District Common Council member for the City of Buffalo. This is Bishop Pridgeon is a tongue twister to say. Bishop Pridgeon's fourth time participating in the college's annual commencement exercises. His first was clergy person for the exercises, where his message was so well received by the graduates and their guests that we invited him back several times to deliver the commencement address. We are truly pleased that he has accepted our invitation to do so again this year, and we believe you will be too. Students, parents, faculty, staff, and other distinguished guests, please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, a mentor, servant, community leader, and organizer, Bishop Darius G. Pridgeon.
First of all, I've been here 3 times. Maybe this will be the last because they'll get tired of me. But until they get tired of me, I want to say to you graduates, congratulations, and will you make some noise? I don't know, I really like these things. I really like them. Now, I like when I get to especially one of the greatest institutions of education in Western New York, if not our country, Bryant and Stratton. Is there anybody happy to get a degree? Yeah, you better make some noise. You spent a lot of money on tuition. Dr. Felser, and to all of you who are here and have asked me to come back a 3rd time, unfortunately, I will not be able to witness you receive your diploma. This is an ironic day for me. In a few minutes after I speak, I have to go back to the city in which I'll do the eulogy for one of Bryant and Stratton's graduates, who I actually was her commencement speaker a few years ago. And after, though, she graduated, and this is a true story from Bryant and Stratton, and her obituary reads this, she was promoted. She's been working for the federal government since the age of 18. And after she got her degree, she became a field manager for the Army Corps of Engineers. And so although it is a sad day, it is a day in which it reminds us, number one, of how short life is, but how important it is to get everything out of life that we could possibly get. And so it is a bittersweet day. So this whole thing, commencement, the commencement, graduation, and I was asking myself the other day, what's the difference between commencement and graduation? And so I have a wonderful assistant that I pay very little money for, that when I don't know stuff, she tells me. She's always with me. Her name is Siri. So I asked Siri, what's the difference between graduation and commencement? You know, this year I'll do a lot of graduations. I've already started doing commencements and this commencement. And this is what my wonderful assistant told me, that graduation is, commencement is the ceremony. It is the pomp. It is the circumstance. It is the family. It is the friends. That's the ceremony. But graduation is the process. It is what you had to go through in order to get to the commencement. And a lot of your family and your friends are here for the ceremony. I mean, you look good. You look good. You got on your black gowns. You got on, you know, I took mine off. I snuck. I was hoping Dr. Felser didn't see me. You got on your hat, you know, boards, and some of you have decorated them, and your children and your families are sitting there, and they're so proud. And some people think it's so easy because you got to the ceremony, but what some don't understand is about the process, is that we're celebrating today your ceremony, but the process wasn't easy. The process was pretty tough to really get through. And if you made it through, Brian Stratton, you went through some process, because there's some professors here who are not that easy in the process. There are some that did not let you just get away. They really held you. They made sure the paper. I've been here. Listen, I've been here. There's some professors I just couldn't stand. Can I just tell y'all the truth? I mean, come on. A comma in a paper after I've spent all of these hours, and you gonna circle where I didn't have a comma? Are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me? You tell me 7 pages, I do 6 3/4, and you got the nerve to write in that red pen that I should have put a quarter more of a page? Are you kidding me? Do you know how much tuition I'm paying to be here? Are you kidding me? But some people don't, and I'm done. I gotta go. All you want is your diploma anyway. But some people, they don't know about the process. I was thinking how I could really make this plain about the process. I've always weighed about 140 most of my adult life. Because of some complications I had in my health, I was on steroids for a while, and I always wanted weight until I got weight. Once I got weight, I didn't realize something. I didn't realize that all of the shirts that I had made, I couldn't fit anymore. I didn't realize that the suits that I had, I wouldn't be able to fit anymore. And so this about 2 months ago, this is the truth. I was in my closet, and men, please never talk about a woman when she talks about her clothes, because I got it, ladies, I got it. This is the truth. I was on my way to City Hall, and I put on this 3-piece suit that I love. I love this. Everybody has that favorite suit that you just love. I put on 3-piece suit, and I could not button the vest. This is the truth. I'm in the closet. Tears are in my eyes. I know, dramatic. I know, emotional. But you don't know how much I paid for this suit, man. Yeah, tears are in my eyes. So I put on the jacket, and even the jacket was going, please let us out of here. I'm telling you the truth. The buttons were like, come on, man. We don't really fit. Put it on, went to work. I was having like a bad day. I get home and I say to my wife, I say, I can't believe it. I can't fit my clothes anymore. And she said, then do something about it. You know, that's when I just really wanted to have an argument. It wasn't that easy. Just do something about it. Listen, I've never had weight. I don't know anything about carbs. I don't know anything about protein. I don't know anything about exercise. My exercise is on Sunday morning, running from one church to the other. That's all my exercise. All of the water I ever drank was in the pulpit. I never drank water all during the week. And so something said to me, if you are not satisfied with where you are right now, do something about it. It's a shame when people are not satisfied and they do nothing about it and they become miserable and stuck in life. I want to congratulate each of you that you did something about it, that when you looked at your life. Now let me tell you, I wasn't in no horrible condition, but I wasn't in the condition I wanted to be. I wasn't in the hospital because I was overweight. I just wasn't in the condition I wanted to be. I brought something so that you always remember the speech, because I remember none of the speeches from my graduation. So I go, see that? Look how easy. Ooh, yes. Yeah. So I go, and I knew I could not do this by myself. So I had to find the right place to get the training. I couldn't go to a place that they weren't intense in helping me because I'd never done this before. So I had to find some place where they were going to train me, where they were going to help me. And so I found this gym. I won't give them a free commercial, but I found this gym, and it was expensive. It is expensive. I got to pay. There's no tap. There's no Pell. There's no governor's grant. I got to come out of my pocket. And then I had to be faithful in doing what the trainers sent me to do or told me to do. So this is the truth. So I go and I start working out, right? Go and they give me this little tiny woman to be my trainer. I think, ain't no way in the world she gonna help me lose weight and get the guns that I really wanna get, right? In one day, this woman worked me so hard that I did not wanna go back. Because I thought to myself, if she worked me hard like this on day one, day two is really gonna be tough. Last week, laying in the bed after working out for a week, laying in the bed, and I thought I was not gonna make it here today. This is the truth. I've never felt like this. I tell my wife, I say, I think I gotta go to immediate care. And it's the truth. I get up, my arms were so sore. I said, I think this lady tore something. I said, I told her I was 52 years old, and she still had me lifting all this stuff. I think I got to go to the doctor. My wife, who works out sometimes, she knew what was going on, but she was trying to be a good wife, so she didn't embarrass me. So she just said, babe, you want me to rub it? No, don't touch my arms. They hurt. Don't do that. No. I was being such a baby, so dramatic. I get up. I said, I'm going to try to do some push-ups. I tried to do some push-ups. I couldn't do the push-ups, and so I went to work. I couldn't move my arms. One of the council members hit me, and I'm like, don't touch me. I'm hurting right now, man. I'm hurting. You know, I didn't say it like that with that alto. I said like, man, don't touch me right now. I'm hurting, man, right now. He said, what's the matter? I said, man, I think I tore something. I think I messed up something. And he works out, and he looked at me and said, did you work out? I said, yeah. He said, dude, that's a part of the game. You got to get through the pain. And if you get through the pain, then that which you are waiting to achieve, you will begin to see. And I thought, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But when I looked at his arms, I realized he did. So I thought, shut up and just go through the pain. So I had somebody bring me some Motrin. Yes, I did. Motrin was on my desk. I took the Motrin, and he said, this is what you need to do. You got to go right back. You got to go right back, and you got to keep working out, because that which was tough in the beginning will be gained in the end. Listen, I know that the process was not easy. I know that there were nights that you wanted to go to sleep and you had to stay up and do papers. I know that there were times, those of you who have children, that children were trying to bug you while you were trying to study at the last minute for the test. Yeah, I know, but the children are here and you took care of your children. I know there are some husbands and wives who wanted you to come to bed, but you were still up and you were studying. Well, that was the process, and because of the process, those mothers and those fathers, those children, that son, that daughter, the niece, the nephew, the grandmothers, the friends that are sitting out there, they see the ceremony, but now they understand the process. And that's why we're here to celebrate, because you got to keep lifting and keep moving. This will not be your last lift. As a matter of fact, this was just a part of the pain. Now go ahead and lift your new job. Go ahead and lift your next degree. Go ahead and lift the elevation. You're stronger because of the pain. Congratulations, class of 2017, Bryant and Stratton.
Thank you, Bishop Pridgeon. Woo!